I like doing this better.
Welcome. This is Frank Dent, aka DJ Chris Chun. I just want to welcome all of you all to the Success Principles, Vox Wave. I appreciate you all tuning in. We're going to have a great time. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. You know, I keep Christmas going. I don't even know why people stop Christmas. You got that great feeling, everybody's happy, and then it just cuts off. People start taking down trees. Leave your trees up. Leave your Christmas trees up. At least till like March. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you take the lights down? I mean, the kids like the lights, and then all of a sudden they come home and everything is gone. I'm telling y'all, leave your Christmas trees up until at least, what did I say, October. At least October. But anyway, welcome. We're going to have a great time this year. We're going to be going through some things in terms of what do we need to do to take it to the next level? I know we're all at various stages in your own personal journey, and we're going to do our best to bring resources, to bring different individuals on the air to discuss some of the things that they've done in their lives that have allowed them to be successful. We're going to be basing all of this on principles of success. So again, I just welcome all of you all for joining in. Sit back, relax. If you're at work, just keep your earphones in your ear, and we're going to try to do our best to give you a nice show. But to get started, I got my main man, Cicelo. Yes, we just gonna break out into just straight performance, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. So
yeah.
You want to give them a brief introduction of yourself?
You know, my name's Cicelo the Maestro. You know, the long way around. I like to represent Northern Virginia down way to Louisiana. You know, shout out to GLE, Maestro Music Records, Cicelo Productions, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to do a track called Coppers All Over the Place for the first one. And I'm going to do it a cappella.
Okay.
Yeah. I had 2 straps like a backpack on the college kid. So it's about to get loud like my mama hollering. Roots got depth like Hebrew in scripture. You flirted with death, I used it, didn't kiss her. Coppers all over, but to them I'm a ghost. Y'all make it easy when y'all doing the most. West side is the best in my section. It's anti-stressing, and the cars they fly like Jetsons. I eliminate foes like Rose on the whole bowls, then the plate. Now it's Rose one to vindicate off that murder. Make them get low, then attenuate, imitating monkeys acting like they been an ape. Ooh. Who is this? If I die, I'm truly to be missed. Now my family is Googling a local eulogist. But I praise Yahweh, hallelujah. Yahweh stuck in the devil's gaze, but the crime never pays when them coppers all over the keys. I advance like a Roman legion, those critiquing my gang. You're insane, your brain is leaking. Wisdom is fleeting like the sands of time of Persia, your king Saddam Hussein. See how you cannot befriend her? Hebrew like me, so my doctor sends a prescription, eviction, all the Jews missing. I'll put them on my list like Oscar Schindler. I don't need a gun, just a club and some mace. If cuz again ain't no love in the place, I'ma put it in park, get out the car, throw the dub in their faces. 2 of y'all, then that's double the waste. Okay, let them know it's the Mark Rucker. I spot ya, cranberry juicy for hot vodka. Outside cop watcher, do or die still. Fly like a fly who I could be not spotted. Stop her. Yeah, this next track here is called They Two Out There. It's the world release, I never performed it tonight. Let's do it, Frank.
Let's do it.
Brand new banger.
Two out there.
Exclusive hot new mix.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's some more.
They two out there. Tell me a little more vibe in the speaker, please. Two out there. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. They got no fees, with the drugs, baby. I said them boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Hennessy, I pull up, see my enemies, I slow up. I was locked up, hit the so what? Y'all was busy cocking my old smuts. Now I'm free, they know what's up. I don't give a meat like cold cuts. My clicking big like low cuts, so flamboyant, so they notice. Real hitters, them M&R, them supernova, them drill hitters. Shot the block up, no helicopters, got the city popping like pills. So don't you a lame, I will get you. Like 2 lanes, I will split you. Made out of that still figure, y'all played out like hell figures. 2 bras, homie, I pick. Don't like my cars, homie, I switching. Jail, man, it was hell, man. Try to kill a hitter like Auschwitz. Stacks up, so you act up, and I backed up, and we clapped the child. Try to figure me, cause I'm small body, had to do him like Pacquiao. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Hot damn it, they. Boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that I'm moving dirty with the. Hot damn it, they. Hot damn it, they. Boys, squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the. Heard you getting money, but it's not cheese. But I'm throwing hundreds of guap cheese. A true homie, you cannot be like a Jew trying to be a Nazi. No, I'm on, you can watch me, but your boy's blind, they cannot see. I don't let them do them like Muslims, make them bow down like Akweed. You man, cause yo, getting your boldest trick is my oldest chick. Want the beef, hit a Soviet. I'm over rush your boy like a Soviet. Ooh, it's like coke, but it didn't Mentos. Hanging out the window, begging for my kinfolks. Ooh, I know your boulevard where you put your car, where you watch your car, take a charge, that's what you want. Ooh, hot damn it, they. Hot damn it, they. Boy squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the. Hot damn it, they. Hot damn it, they. Boy squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Boy squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Yeah, hot damn it, they 2 out there. Hot damn it, they 2 out there. Boy squares, 2 limbs, I swear that they moving dirty with the 2 posse. Yeah, they 2 out there. They 2 out there. They 2 out there. I say hot, damn it, man, they 2 out there. 2 out there. Thank y'all.
Motels, oh God, where am I gonna go? I know you're with me, but why do I feel so alone? And for a night I will fight for the first time. I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know
lost and I don't know where to go. I feel like I love her, but I just don't know. My mind is racing, time is wasted. I've been pacing, my life feels like a video. I just wanna meet up and get away. Forget that first place, I'm thinking home plate. I'm good at secrets, where you keep it. My life's twisted and no one ever needs to know. Baby, I got the key, let's just dive all in this fantasy. Cause ain't no one watching right now, it's just you and me. Close all the blinds cause we're losing some time. And I'm losing my mind and I'm trying to justify what is not right. But it's only for one night.
These motels, oh God, where am I gonna go? I know you're with me, but why do I feel so alone? And for a night I will fight for the first time. I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know you're there. And will you find me here?
Yeah. I can't believe I did it, I can't believe it's over, man, I really hate admitting. Will my wife ever find out what I committed? I just wanna keep it hidden, can you find a way, Lord, please forgive me. I've been so lost and I escaped the easy way. I just wanna take it all back, but I know it's too late. I'm not a man, I'm just a fool. I cannot stand the things that I do. I can see all the things that I'm gon' ruin. Can I just give it all back to you? I thought it was love, but it was just hurt. I never imagined I would ever get so close to her. Baby, I got the key, let's just dive all in this fantasy. Cause ain't no one watching right now, it's just you and me. But it's not just you and me. Close all the blinds cause we're losing some time. And I'm losing my mind and I'm trying to justify what is not right. But it's only for one night.
These motels, oh God, where am I gonna go? I know you're with me, but why do I feel so alone? And for a night I will fight for the first time. I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know you're there. And will you find me here?
Welcome back. All right, we're here with Cicelo. I know him as Chance. And we want to just start talking about, because again, the show is about the success principles. So I want to talk to you about just your life in general, because, you know, when we first met, we connected right away.
Yeah,
know,
true indeed.
I think I was buying some software from you, some music software from you. And, you know, I thought it was just going to be that, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we just connected, you know, we started working on some projects. So I just want you to give the people just a brief introduction about you. I'm going to just ask you a couple questions and just because we want to gear this towards some of the conversations that you and I have been having offline in terms of what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying, you know, the dreams that you're pursuing. And how you're going about making things happen, because you've had some challenges.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm going to just, you know, turn the mic over to you for a sec.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, shout out to everybody viewing. You know, it's just a little maestro for those who are new to me. If you're current, then, you know, I guess it goes without speaking. But I've been, you know, affiliated with music since I think I was, like, old enough to walk. We started out with, like, instruments just been thrown around the house. I gravitated to the drums, then like from there, it went into more like digital synthesis and just making beats. And then from there, I wanted to record myself. So I started hitting record buttons. So I know how to do. And then it went into editing and then videos. And then I got a natural affirmation for like the arts.
Okay.
And you know, where I am right now in my life is I want to provide like a conduit platform to pretty much, if you have it in your head, get it out. From whether it's beats, whether it's just the audio, whether it's visuals, or all of the above. And that way you don't have to outsource too many things.
Okay.
You know, because right now, I mean, you know how it is with different industries, you know, that like knowledge is power. So, like, if you want to join a doctor's club, you have to be in that guild. You have to went through those years of training, residency, and so they keep that knowledge, like, you know, kind of confined. I want to, like, make it available to everybody, man. Teach the village how to fish instead of giving them a fish, you know.
Most definitely, most definitely. And so again, like and I'm a piggyback on that. For everyone out there, get that knowledge. Get that knowledge. I mean, right now, you know, and you know, Chance is right. Cicelo is right. You have to, whatever you're pursuing, like he said, you mentioned the medical field, but if you're talking music, if you're talking the arts, if you're talking IT, whatever career you're in, just continue to advance yourself. Like, don't, because you have to get to a point where you're independent, and the only way you're independent is you have knowledge.
True indeed.
Like, there's something that needs to be done, and you're the only person that knows how to do it. So that means they ain't never gonna let you go.
Super.
But if there's 50,000 people that can do what you do, you're expendable. So, like you said, get that knowledge. So let me ask you this, and I already know the answer, but just let them know. So what are you doing right now to advance yourself? And then we're gonna get into some of the obstacles that you had, because I mean, you know, people are probably just looking at you like, you know what I'm saying, oh, he's an artist, you know what I'm saying, everything is gravy. But we're gonna get into the real.
Let's do
but
it.
what are you doing right now to advance yourself so that you can capture your dreams?
Really, man, it's proper uses of time.
Okay.
Like, you know, like even when dealing with the bride, you can take my money, you can take my semen, I can get all that back. That can be regenerated. Please don't waste my time. I can't get that back. And so we just, the big things are the small things put together. So if you can, you know, compartmentalize it that way, break it down, and then put everything in this category, man, you need direction. But all that comes from just proper use of time. So many distractions. I got to weed all that out. And that's like a lot of the homies that come out the pen, that's what get them, bro. Like, you not prep. You come out from going 20 miles an hour, now you're doing 120. It's fast out here, and there's so many things vying for your attention, it'll knock you off your path incrementally. So for me, it's just, all right, I'm going to do this, so, you know, for like 2-3 hours, and then I'm going to transition and do that. And so that's how I'm using that platform to, like, elevate myself, because I think, like, success is relative. You know, I've never sold 1 million records. A lot of my albums went double wood, bro. You know what I'm talking about? But for me, just to get that fan mail from somebody out Arkansas, maybe, or, you know, down home and say, yo, man, that song touched me, I'm rich now.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely. All right, you said something. You said when most people get out the pen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, let them know.
What
do you mean by that?
I mean, at the penitentiary.
So you was locked up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I did like 2 years in Fairfax County. Like, that, don't get locked up in Fairfax County, bro. Like, I don't advocate that. That county is crazy. 2 years there solid. And then I was going for a reconsideration, and then I got, they took it away. And then DOC, you know, pack your shit. It's like 4 in the morning. Only 2 things was happening. They was either about to let me go, and I knew that wasn't about to happen, or DOC came to get me. And when they come to get you, they throw you in a blacked out van. They shock you up. You don't know where you're going. You can't bring nothing but the clothes you have. No commissary, no contacts, nothing. You know what I mean? I did, like, my first year, minimum security, got tricked up, race fires with the gang, and then they sent me to maximum security for the last half of my bid. And then I did that section in the hole for my hair. We was in there thugging, man. Like, we was in there thugging.
So all right. So you telling me you have gone from being a free man to being locked up to sitting right here and making and moving forward at the pace that I'm seeing as we having conversations. You've gone from all of that to moving at a fast pace right now towards your dreams. I mean, that seems impossible to me. I mean, to me, if you're locked up, that's like a blow that most people can't recover from. So how are you? I mean, I don't get it. How are you out here? Because I mean, you got a job. You got, you know what I'm saying? They've given you a company vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Your music is starting to pop. You got your video production business. I want you to talk about that for a second. I mean, mentally, how did you make the transition? I mean, what? I don't get it.
I'm gonna tell you, bro, and many people they're not gonna believe me, but I had a lot of help. I had a lot of supernatural help, bro. Even in prison, like it's situations that go on in there, cause you could be the hardest you could be the hardest dude on the block, but somebody could put some steel in you, yeah, and anybody can get hit up, anybody. And when I went from the low end prison, jail to like prison, maximum security, they all playing for keeps. Well, nobody fighting up there. I was used to fight like let's do it, but to get a fight up there is like a sweet thing. They all stabbing. So to make it out of that, somebody pissed off because they cut the phones off. You look at them, you just lock eyes with them like that. You challenging them. You don't know it, but as soon as you come out that shower, he got to have you. Just like that, and you're out. My homie OD'd in there, he didn't make it home. So just making it out of that, but like, I gotta live, man. I didn't want to die no nigga in prison. Pardon my French, but that's all you be. And when you do that, you property of the state. Your people gotta buy your body back from that prison. So that was that. But I got myself aligned with my creator, man, and I focus my time and attention on while we're down here on earth, you know, and it says seek ye his kingdom first, and all these things should be added unto you. So coming home, that was another battle. Cause see, my charges too, and let me just, I want to touch on that briefly, cause I didn't have like, you know, hey, I was taking it with the homies past curfew and they bagged me or whatever. I had robbery, class 5. Abduction, class 5s, use of a felony and use of a firearm and commission of a felony. We went in. I put the gun, put the gun in the back, took it to the bathroom, tied it. I got the abduction charge. So what kind of charges like that, man? Jobs are not like no.
Yeah, they're not touching you.
They not letting me in nobody's house. They not letting me in corporate. You know, they don't want me behind a register at Taco Bell because I robbed a corporation. I didn't rob just a residential spot. So, but what I'm saying is, man, when y'all open those doors for you, no man can close them, bro.
You better say that again. You better preach that word.
When y'all open that door for you, man, no man can close them, bro. I'm living proof.
True.
You know?
And I think you remember we went to church before you went in.
Yeah, I went and kicked it with you over there, man.
Yeah, we went to church.
Y'all keep the Sabbath, right?
Yeah, I'm a Seventh Day Adventist.
That's all right.
But yeah, that was actually, we didn't even vibe on that before you got locked up, and I didn't even know you made the change until you came out. Yeah. And I actually just happened to go on YouTube and I saw you spit some stuff.
Yeah, you see, for me, bro, like I had always had the calling, man, since I was 15, since I first found out that the Creator had a name. But I was still in rebellion. Number one, I was like in a lot of Babylon, didn't know what was left from right. And the biggest thing was I didn't want to change my lifestyle, to be honest with you. I still like hanging out. I still like, fucking galore. I still like, thugging when I had to.
Can we say that?
Can I curse up? I'm going to keep it to 100.
No. We keep it at 100.
Yeah, but that's what I like doing. So that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to hear, hey, you can't do this. So I didn't want that. My thing was back then, it's my life. I'm here. I want to live it how I want to live it. And I didn't really give thought to anything other than that. I only seen the road, not the turn ahead.
Yeah. Man, let me just say something real quick, man. That spiritual, that's it right there. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think, where you think you are, where you think you're not. And that's from one end of the spectrum, from the church, because church could be self-righteousness, you know what I'm saying? Down to the other one, I think I'm a thug, and because I'm a thug, I can't be in the church. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let it be known right now. That's spiritual. I keep that consistent in my life. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, far from it. But I know every day when I talk to him, he gives me peace.
True indeed.
And I think that's the most important thing that I want everyone that's watching to understand, that we're all looking for peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really why most people do the things that are considered wrong, because you're trying to get that feeling, right? And I'm letting you know, because I still chase that stuff too. But I've just found something that's starting to compete with that. And that's when I'm talking to him, it's pure, right?
Yeah.
It's no after effects. It's no possible repercussions except for blessings.
True indeed.
You see what I'm saying? So whoever you are out there, just like he said, you know, it was that spiritual that helped you get through. So I want to talk to you real quick. So right now you got the 9 to 5, which is going well.
Yeah,
you got the video. Tell me more about the video. So you offer those services, video services for people?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I drew this whole plan up in incarceration, but I figured, okay, I want to start a label, but a label is only as good as its attributes.
True.
So you know you need to have the audio down pat, the production as far as the music and whatnot. Because what's good at having the studio, you don't have any music. But then also too, nowadays people want to see it, they want to see everything. So you need the video aspect too. So what I did was I just chopped it up. I said, all right, we're gonna do it like this. So MMR Maestro Music Records is the label. Shout out to GLE. You know, that's the label.
Shout out to GLE.
Yeah, no doubt. And then, you know, Cicelo Productions, man, that's the production company.
Okay.
That is almost like the bread and butter. We make the music there.
Oh, nice.
We do the videos. But then I also wanted to, again, like branch out. People can use these services, you know, like third party, and call us up, hey, man, we need a video done. You don't have to be signed to the label to use them. The studio, the cameras, and everything like that, beats. There, man, we come get it because it's networking. And that's one thing, like, within the DMV region, I've traveled a lot. You know, Atlanta has a nice, I don't know if you've been down there.
I love Atlanta.
Atlanta, the
So
networking.
that's my second home. I'm coming. We're going to be setting up
Yeah.
Vox is coming to Atlanta.
Call me when you get down there, man.
Yeah.
But
You going to be with us? What are you talking about?
true indeed, man. All blessings. And the networking down there is crazy. Up here, it's not so much. You know, it's not so much. Like, somebody may get 2,000 views. You know, just a week ago, you can reach him on his inbox. But now he got 2,000, and then about a day, he got 20,000. Now when you hit him up to reach out, it's like the Coco Chanel syndrome now. You know what I mean? So he's there, and you got to try to find some way to circumvent or the challenge to get with him instead of him saying, yeah, I'm here, man, you hot. Let me go ahead and bring it here.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You know?
I feel you on that. All right, well, listen, before we cut to a break, we just want to talk about the station for a quick second. Vox. First of all, I just want to thank Reg for the opportunity. You my dude, if you're watching. You better go get some Swiss bank accounts from what's coming your way, my dude. But no, we're serious. We're serious about this, and it's not just about the monetary. We also want to set this as a platform to help people. We're there. So right now we're doing a coat drive. If you have coats, it's cold out there. I dare you to walk outside and take your coat off and just walk around for 10 minutes.
That's gangster.
Okay, well, there's people out there that is in that situation. So if you got a coat and you got 30 coats at the house, we need at least 3 of them.
True.
Please bring them down to the station. We're doing a coat drive right now. We finished up a food drive that we did several weeks ago, which was very successful. We were able to help a lot of people. So this Vox Wave, if you see the label, if you see Vox, just know, besides what we're doing in terms of industry, in terms of media production, in terms of television, we're also serious about making sure that this platform is set so that we help people. All right, so join us on a coat drive, and that's just the beginning of a lot of different platforms, and you're going to be rocking with us on all of that.
Yeah, I'm happy to join, man. True
A
indeed.
lot of different platforms where we're reaching out to help people. So if you have coats, send them to us. All right, we'll be back in a second. When we come back, we're going to be coming back. We're going to keep Chance with us, and I got another partner that's going to join me. So we'll see you in a second.
I'm feeling so lost and I don't know where to go. I feel like I love her, but I just don't know.
Oh, because I got to give it
This racing time is
I gotta get
wasted.
another
I've been
address.
pacing.
I'll
My
do it
life
when we
feels
come back
like a
on.
video.
Sorry, important.
I just wanna meet up and get
I'm not
away.
waiting. I'm not. Exactly.
Forget that first base, I'm thinking home plate. I'm good at secrets, where you keep it. My life's twisted and no one ever needs to know. Baby, I got the key, let's just dive all in this fantasy. Cause ain't no one watching right now, it's just you and me. Close all the blinds cause we losing some time. And I'm losing my mind and I'm trying to justify what is not right.
I actually
But
want
it's only for one night.
I actually want him next to me. I want Mike next to me right now. So he's either on this side or he's on. So then you're gonna come over here then. Okay. All right. Nah, I need it. Can he be right here? Okay. All right.
I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know you're there. And will you find me here?
I can't believe I did it. I can't believe it's over, man. I really hate admitting it. Will my wife ever find out what I committed? I just wanna keep it hidden. Can you find a way, Lord? Please forgive me. I've been so lost and I escaped the easy way.
Gotta go.
I just wanna take it all back, but I know it's too late. I'm not a man, I'm just a fool. I cannot stand the things that I do. I can see all the things that
so
I'm
I'm gonna start out with you.
Can I
I'm
just
gonna do
give
an
it all back to you?
I'm gonna then let you talk about a couple things.
But it was just
And then
her.
we're gonna.
I never imagined I would ever get so close to her. Baby, I got the key, let's just dive all in this fantasy. Cause ain't no one watching right now, it's just you and me. But it's not just you and me. Close all the blinds cause we're losing some time. And I'm losing my mind and I'm trying to justify what is not right.
No. What I'm saying, I'm gonna focus
But it's
on
only
you.
for one night.
You know what I mean? Unless you say unless you keep going, you know what I'm saying? You know. Right. Alright, so woman.
For a night I will fight for the first time. I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know you're there. And will you find me here?
All right, welcome back. I did want to add one piece of information that I got for those of you that are going to be supporting our coat drive. Remember, it's cold out there. So there's some people out there that don't have a coat and they're trying to deal with this weather. That's not a good look. So if you have coats, please bring them to the station. The address is 4711 Auth Place. That's AUTH, and that's Suitland, Maryland. 20746. So we definitely want you to bring coats. If you need to call somebody, you can actually reach me. My number is 301-442-9258. So feel free to reach out to me if you need more information. Also, we're at a very nice car dealership. I placed an order for a Ferrari.
Nice.
Yes, I have.
Well, hot damn.
Yeah.
Red?
It's a red.
Oh,
it's
my
a
man.
red,
My man.
ST.
My man.
It's a ST1000. Never even heard of that, huh?
No, I don't.
What kind of Rari?
It's a ST one. Not actually, not. But anyway, we're at a very nice exotic car dealership. If you are interested in purchasing a vehicle, Star Imports, same address. You come here, we will hook you up. They will hook you up. So just keep that in mind. Well, I have a special guest with me. This gentleman, he and I have been, we've been networking with each other for years. We've become close. We've become friends. And I think I learned that you were an attorney.
That's correct.
Not even that long ago, maybe about a year ago.
Right.
And I just wanted to give him a platform to be able to talk about some of the things that you're doing.
Okay.
Maybe share with some people, how did you become an attorney? Because there's a couple careers, when you say it, people are like, wow, what? Like, You know, and we don't see a lot of African American male attorneys.
Yeah,
Right.
super happy.
We don't see a lot of African American male, doctors.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I just want you to, again, as you're talking about,
Sure.
what you do in terms of your services,
Sure.
how did you get to where
Right.
you are?
Right.
How did
right.
you reach that level of success?
Well, thanks for having me, bro.
Most definitely.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Year. So, because I've been doing it for some time, 15 years, I really don't think about the journey anymore because I've been sitting in the position for so long. So, and for me, I never have a wow factor. When I hear people say it, I say, oh, I guess maybe it is a big deal.
Right.
Like Kobe played ball for so many years.
Right.
He goes out and people, Kobe, that sort of thing. I mean, you get used to it. But by the grace of God, and
Say that again, man.
By,
So people-
by the grace of God.
You see the
that's-
thing?
that's
Do you
only
hear
way.
the thing?
So, I'm from the Caribbean.
Okay.
I'm Jamaican. You may hear an accent every now and then. But my mom instilled, you have Caribbean parents, came here, work hard, a lot of jobs, the stereotype. But it was true in my household. They were always coming and going, working.
Gotcha.
So it was a thing of, we brought you here for an opportunity. So you're going to go to school and you're going to do something. There wasn't an option. It's not if you're going to school. It's where you're going to go to school.
Right.
Not if you're going to get a degree. It's what degree and how many degrees you're going to get. And so they pushed me, into higher education, so on and so forth. Not specifically to be an attorney.
Right.
But you're going to do something. You're going to make something of yourself.
Right.
And to be honest, I didn't want to have anything to do with higher education and all of that. I like to rap. Oh yeah, I like to rap.
Wow.
I like to do movies. I like to do, but
And that still may be in the cards for you.
that still may be, So I'm looking for a role. So, but not to have all your apples in one basket, so to speak. So my mom really, when that didn't work out, or I didn't put all my apples in that basket, I went to Maryland. I got my undergraduate there, applied to law school, went to Maryland Law, and the rest is history.
And I just want to highlight, because one of the things that has always impressed me about you, like I said, I didn't even know what you did.
Right. Yeah.
Bad
Bad at advertising.
Well, that could
But I
be-
don't like to talk about myself.
But
so
that's what I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah.
What I caught was that humility. You know what I'm saying? Because I think when we first vibed, we were talking about, going out into the community.
Right.
And I was telling you what I was doing. And you
Right.
said, hey, sign me up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just wanted to let you know I just appreciate,
Yeah.
that about you, that level of humility. And that's really one I want to help, you know what I'm saying, in any
Right.
way that I can
Right.
help you,
Right.
so that your business, because
I appreciate
ultimately
that.
you're an attorney, but you're a businessman.
That's right.
know
All
what I
day.
mean?
All day. I'm a salesman.
Just like me, just like him.
True indeed.
We're businessmen,
That's it.
True.
right?
indeed.
So we're
That's
trying
it.
to, you have a service,
That's right.
I have a service,
That's
he has
right.
a service.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and we got to help each other in terms of as a network
Right.
of men helping one another
Right.
on how to succeed. So
Right.
can you talk a little bit about what you do in terms of what type of
Okay.
law, and if people need to get in touch
Right.
with you and all that?
Okay, so I do family law, which
Okay.
is divorce, child custody, child support.
Okay.
And 15 years I've been doing it. So I worked for a small firm prior to going out on my own. So
Okay.
I took that jump, as Steve Harvey would say. Free plug, Steve. So I jumped, no parachute, nothing. And 6 years, by the grace of God, I've been on my own. So I do that in personal injury work as well.
Okay.
Folks have been injured, slip and fall, car accidents, things of that nature.
Gotcha.
So that's my focus.
So if I walk out here and slip and fall, we can get paid, bro?
Well, not after you made that statement, but prior to the statement, maybe. Yeah.
We're going to split that 70-30, 70-30.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right,
it's
so
a third. It's a third.
Exactly. So if somebody needs to contact you,
So you can find my site at thefirmllc.org.
Okay.
THEFIRMLLC.org.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
You know, for the viewers, now you say you did like family law. I want to know, do you think from your experience that the courts are like naturally biased towards the mom
Speak on it.
and
Whoa.
in terms of, yeah, I want to go there.
I should have put my tie on.
I
You
want
said
to go
come
there.
casual,
We
man.
getting it,
I
hey,
should have put my
you know,
tie on.
I told you we gonna get it.
Yeah, I want to go there real quick, man. You know, because I got a lot of homies who want to see this, and they may already be in
I
that
get it.
predicament, or possibly. But do you think that the courts naturally lean more towards the mom making it an uphill battle when the father walks in and says, "Hey, listen, she's an unfit parent," or "Hey, listen, I think I should have"?
Yeah. There's two answers I can give you.
The right one.
I won't polish it. I'll give you that
Yeah,
answer.
give it
Because
to
you
me.
seem like you coming from a place that you want. I'm not going to polish
Yeah,
it.
true indeed.
Uncut, right?
Of
Like a
course.
Trump tweet.
True indeed. Yeah, that's the best kind, man. Straight to the point, you know.
So, I mean, there's not supposed to be a bias. But I believe, judges are human. So, and I always tell my clients, the decision is going to be made by this total stranger, who's still going to be a total stranger once we leave the courtroom. They're not going to know you, the other parent, and the child or children in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 6 days if it's a 6-day hearing. So there are some people that come in with certain biases. The bias is not always towards the mother. You'll be surprised to know there are some judges that lean more towards the father. We had a court case, and my client was the mom. She wanted sole custody, give the dad every other weekend. He said, "Mr. Bird, approach the bench." Had a conversation at the bench, say, "Man, from what I see, they need to split this thing 50-50.
Oh, man.
This is before I even made an argument. You know what I mean? But he looked at the file, saw that they were male children, and looked at the age and everything, say, they live close enough to each other. Why can't we do a 50-50 schedule? So I turned tail, walked back to my client, say, we may want to consider more time than at every other weekend schedule.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of biases, but it's not always against the father.
Okay.
You know, so.
But I think he's saying normally.
Like, you know.
I mean, let's be real.
No,
man.
I mean,
I'ma
it depends. It depends. But this is why you hire attorneys sometimes,
Yeah.
right? And as opposed to doing it on your own.
Because they would know the
I
players
know
in the game.
the judge.
Yeah.
So then it boils
know the
down.
judge.
So then it boils more down to is somewhat interpersonal. Like listen, behind the wall, I got a father-in-law right now doing 25. You know, and his case was just tricked up. And I like him. He's already met the criteria. You know, he has the option of parole. But I still believe where he's at, he's such a viable inmate. He works in the warden's office. They're not really willing to let him go. You would have to get that high-powered attorney from the north or somebody who knows him. I was shocked to find out my prosecutor went and had lunch with my lawyer after they just gave me 10 years. But that's a normal thing. And you spoke on, you personally knowing the judges. Is it like cards being willed and dealt?
No, not. And let me clear that up. It's not that I know the judge is going to do any favors for me. It's like having home field position is, you feel more comfortable when you're in front of someone and know the judge's demeanor, mannerisms, certain things to say, certain things not to say, so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So depending on who the judge is, may know a likely outcome in a scenario that, and we don't get to select judges. Sometimes it works out that, like yesterday, there were a lot of cases that may be delayed because of snow events, and we luck up and we get moved and oh, good, because I didn't want to be in front of that judge or that magistrate.
True indeed.
So, yeah, the cards can be stacked, but it just depends on who's listening. Now, what's happening is you get a lot of the older judges that may be more biased towards mom leaving the bench. Right? So it helps now. You have this new breed coming in who are making decisions and could see everything fairly and accurately. So that's where we're headed right now. The new breed, people that went to law school with me are on the bench.
Gotcha.
they may not favor mom over dad or vice versa because you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be blind. But we all come in and sit down and we all have our biases based on our experience. That's the way life is.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what you're saying is you are able to provide you're able to provide an avenue or an advantage based on your relationships that someone would not have. Like, let's say if I went with a public defender.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I mean, in a criminal sense, public defenders get a bad rap, and the reason being is I think they may appear to be incompetent because of the number of cases.
Well, I just know they have a huge caseload.
Yeah, they have a huge caseload.
Do
but
they get paid if you get convicted, correct?
No, it's
Is
not
that
that.
a myth? 'Cause I-
Not that I know of in Maryland. Not that I know of in Maryland. I could only speak to Maryland. They are paid by the state, like the prosecution. Yeah. So, and they work with the prosecutors. They may be in the same building depending on what county you're in, so they know the other side, and they'll try to work out a deal. Now, they may not be able to commit as much time to your case because they're not a private lawyer. True. You're one of many cases, but it's not that they're incompetent. It's that they have a bigger caseload than private attorneys. That's the difference. So,
Okay. So, Mike, let me ask you
so
a
I
question.
support you, public defender.
To that public defender that
Right, I support you.
represented
See, I got your back.
shouting you out there. So the person that, I need you to do this. I need you to do me this favor before you leave.
Okay,
You got to do this for me.
sure.
There's people out there that think that they cannot become an attorney,
Okay,
and I want to break this all the way down.
sure.
And that could be based on, ethnic background.
Mm-hmm.
That could be based on, social economics. That could be based on age.
Right.
That could be I just want, if somebody's like, lawyer, no way. There's no way. Like, I mean, no, literally, there's people that are like, if I were to like, do you think you could be a lawyer?
Wow.
Heck no. Like, no, it's not possible.
Wow.
Right? That's how people think because they
Yeah.
again, medical.
Yeah.
And again, I get it, medical, you have, about 16 years of school that you got to do.
Yeah.
Solid.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way around that.
Yeah.
So you just going, if you want to go that route, you just got to block
Yeah.
out 16 years and be dedicated to do
Huge
some,
chunk of time.
to
Yeah.
be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Super.
you're going to be getting hit hard. Like,
Yeah. My little brother's in med school. It
Okay,
seems like
so
he's
right.
been
And
there
it's no
forever.
joke. It's
Seems
no-
like he's been there forever.
Right.
I'm like, you're not done?
and I know that it's similar challenges. Even there's similar challenges in terms of law. I got a buddy that's he's in law school right now. When he first made the decision to take the LSAT, we talked. I encouraged him. I was actually
Right.
thinking about it myself.
Right.
But I just want you to. There's some people watching, and I need you to let them know that it's possible, unless it's not possible.
Well, I'm here, so it's
Okay, well, then
possible.
tell 'em. What do they gotta do?
And I mean, it's a phrase you hear all the time that if I can do it, anyone can do it. But
Okay.
it speaks truth for me because I mean, I don't come from a family of lawyers.
Okay.
I don't come from a family my mom and dad together, they may get a high school diploma together. So they weren't, they're hardworking people, but as far as education-wise, they were limited because of being in Jamaica and having to support the family, so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, don't look at the journey. Your journey is going to discourage you. It's one step at a time. So go to high school, get the best grades you can, so on and so forth. Graduate as high as you can, top of the class, because it counts as far as where you're going to go to college, and do the same thing in college, and try to keep focus. But the journey will, when you think about 16 years or 12 years, nobody's going to sign up for that type of stuff. Right. You know what I mean? But people buy homes every day, and they say 30 years, 40 years. Right? They still sign off on it. They're not thinking, will I really be able to pay this thing? They'll tell. No, I'm not going to do it. But, don't think about, the journey. Just put one foot in front of the other and walk and try to connect with someone. And I'm available. Call me.
True.
You know, I'm always willing to help someone because now they see someone who looks like them, who may come from the same background, so on and so forth. And if I did it, and there's nothing special about me, we're all special, but there's nothing I have advantage-wise that you know, they may have certain advantages that I didn't have. And so, yeah, I'm willing to. I've written letters of recommendation. Let me see your grades, you know, so I can write a recommendation for you. Say, hey, let this person in. And hopefully there'll still be affirmative action. It helps, too.
That's true.
Because, you know, the gatekeepers can stop you from getting in, where we need to make sure there's diversity in all avenues, including the legal field. So, you know, that helped. That helps too, to make sure, not that you're not qualified, but making sure there's enough diversity when it comes to folks who are otherwise qualified.
Most definitely. And I just want to say this, you know, we're talking about law, but whatever it is,
Yeah.
just get the knowledge. And like you said, one step at a time. Anything that you're going to do is going to take time.
That's right.
I mean, if you trying to start robbing banks for a living, you're going to have to, like, plot it out.
Yeah.
Should I be saying this?
Well, I mean, or
You're gonna have
Tom
to-
Brady wasn't Tom
gonna
Brady overnight. Yeah.
You're going to take a chance. You're going to take a chance on whatever you decide to do.
That's true.
So just, just know
Yeah.
that there's opportunities out here. And like we said when we first got on the show, knowledge. Get the knowledge. Nowadays, I can go on the internet and I can find courses for free.
You know, speaking on knowledge, before you go, I just want to peck your brain one more time.
No worries.
Can you explain to me the difference between common law and like admiralty law?
I'm not familiar with the second term, but in Maryland we do common law. And do you mean statutes as opposed to common law?
Well, no. See, I mean, most people may be familiar with common, but
I am.
really, where I guess, in contrast to admiralty law, like, does that apply? Have you ever heard of? I just want to throw out some terms loosely.
Sure.
The Universal Commercial Code. Sound familiar?
UCC?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I took a course in that. That's not part of my practice.
Okay.
But I took a course in that.
But what are your feelings?
You said he took a course in that.
Yeah.
It's funny because
So you take courses in all types of, you know, different things, and then when you get out, then you just focus on one aspect of law. So people call me all the time for bankruptcy, immigration, this, that. I'm like, I don't do everything. Jack of all trades, master of none. So,
True indeed.
Yeah.
Because when I took I guess a small unofficial course on the UCC.
And that's good. That's good.
You know, it led me to.
And were you doing it based on one of your cases?
No, I was just doing it based on life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because from what I was, you know, reading, if I read it correctly, you know, we're born in debt, and I'm like, well, how the hell is that? I mean, we were you know, created to be kings and sovereigns. You know, so how are we born in debt? And like, how does a birth certificate have to play into that as a debt instrument? You know, on a stock exchange. Like you know, these are not like wild, flabbergasted conspiracy theories. I really went down a rabbit hole. So now that I have a lawyer to, you know, speak with, I just wanted your thoughts on the.
I mean, as far as the born in debt thing, I think in America, and it's just my opinion, what's most important, because we're so tied to Rome in the way that, you know, Rome was set up, we brought a lot of that with us to the Americas, is tax. I think before our daughter got her, my youngest daughter got her name, she had a Social Security number, right?
Yeah.
And we could choose the name later, but you're born, you need a social.
Yeah.
So when you work, you get taxed. And that's what it's all about.
Unless you do it under the table.
Right, you know, and sooner or later that may catch up. I mean, Capone didn't go down for bootlegging and all of that stuff. He went down for not paying taxes.
Yeah, Lucky Lucci too.
Yeah, all of that stuff is tax evasion, and all the stuff that's happening now that's making some of the people in Washington nervous. You know, the Trump and the administration may not have to do with Russia, may not have to do with collusion. it's just my opinion, it has to do with laundering. And the thing about laundering that's wrong is you're making money that should have been taxed and the government didn't get their money. So I think the biggest thing in America, again, is taxes. They want to be able to track you and tax you.
See, there's a definite bias because you got people like, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. And you know how they avert taxation in America? It's called foundations. They'll start like a cancer foundation, and those are tax free. So when you got these
shelter,
and you got these like not even million but billion-dollar people now avoiding taxation, while small people are getting taxed to death. I mean, literally, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the playing field is not level, and then you're getting into a whole new arena now of a law that was just passed, and who does it benefit more? And we'll be here till tomorrow on that one. But I mean, the wealthy people usually have more power. The powerful people get to influence the laws more than you and I. We all have a vote, but how much are you going to contribute toward a campaign to make someone listen to you? As opposed to when they used to knock on Trump's door before he was in the office, he gave a lot of checks. Yeah. So do you think it's ironic that the laws benefit him?
Well, listen,
I
guys.
don't think it's ironic.
We're about to wrap up. Like you said, we could be here all day. But before we close, I want to give both of you all to our listening audience. What would you tell them in terms of just general advice in terms of how to be successful? We'll start with you, Chance.
Me, like I was saying earlier, man, like compartmentalize. Like, don't look at they always tell you to look at the big picture. But if you do that and you examine it with a microscope, you see that it's made up of little sequence of dots. So all the big things are just small things put together. Attack it that way. Like I want to use a brief example. In the time of Jerusalem, where the Greeks owned the city, they were the most fierce empire on earth, and it took 300 little warriors, little Hebrew warriors. You guys may know them as the Maccabees. You know how they beat them? That the Greeks had garrisons all over the city, so it made them thin. They were big, but they were thinned out. And so what they did was they attacked this garrison here, they attacked this garrison here, only 300. Attacked this garrison here, and before you knew it, they brought it down and they left. So I try to use the same strategy when I'm trying to conquer something that may seem, overwhelming.
Break it
Just
down.
break it down, man. Anybody can do it. And consistency. Consistency.
Mike?
I like to piggyback on that.
Okay.
And it's what he said in different terms, what I've been saying about, the journey. The journey is going to make you think you can't.
Right.
But the biggest thing, if just one word, is belief.
Belief.
There's a book I read from time to time that says if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, and that
you preaching
that you can make mountains move.
I love it.
So being a lawyer, being whatever else you want to be, making a mountain move is harder than that. And this book said if you have faith the size of a mustard seed. So watch who's around you, because they can stifle your belief. You need positive people around you that say, yeah, you can.
I love it.
Yeah, you can. So belief.
Folks, with that, we're going to close out. We thank you for joining us. This is Success Principles Remix with Frank Dent, Mike Barrett, Chan Cicelo. Thank you. We'll see you next Friday from 1 to 2:30. Merry Christmas. Don't take your Christmas tree down until October.
Wow.
Until October.
For a night I will fight for the first time. I will stay on the stiff bed all night till I know you're there. And will you find me here?
I can't believe I did it. I can't believe it's over, man. I really hate admitting it. Will my wife ever find out what I committed? I just wanna keep it hidden. Can you find a way, Lord? Please forgive me. I've been so